out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed on the outside, it's Scott. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Excellent field position here for the offense. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He'll run it again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback sneak, wedging himself into the line. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown. They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special team, everybody feeds off their great energy.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They'll run play action. Just gets rid of it before the heat. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it. 4th and very. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. 2 Running it back, it's Bolden.
Returner is tackled down at the 36. And your Texas Longhorns will take over. 1st and 10.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll test the right side. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Texas 9, Ohio State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Moving away from pressure. Complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This guy just is so comfortable running routes, and he has such a good feel for those soft spots on defense there. They're playing zone coverage, so he's able to find that pocket, make it easy on his quarterback, and they pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ballard. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Give to the running back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back, cat-like quickness?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. DB's right up on the receivers. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And how about that on the 3rd and 1 chess match? Defense wins the battle with the sack.
And they bring pressure, and Reese, I'm not so sure that was a regular pass rush blitz. I think that was a run blitz. I think they maybe thought that was going to be some sort of short yardage type run, and they shot an extra defender into a gap, and man, it paid off.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Dropping back, it's Howard. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Fires to the right. It's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, we're seeing...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st? And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Snapped it in the shotgun. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And it's up and no good. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
I tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bolden. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Will take over. First and 10.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. He'll start the third quarter with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Ewers. He's going up top. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on that play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Hop off. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Firing toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Texas offense. Off play action on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it up.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Back to pass, it's Howard. Zings it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a really nice throw. When you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you, this is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go. He's playing at a high level.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Henderson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Makes the catch. It's Tate. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Texas 16, Ohio State 13.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that 4th down. But because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Looking for a man. It's Howard. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying play action. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the 4th.
And that is phenomenal quarterbacking. Understanding right away. Dude, you're going to bring pressure. I'm getting the ball to my playmaker right now. Let him do the rest. Let him glide into the end zone. Make me look really good. Good timing. Good decision by the quarterback getting it out quick.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over, and you saw it on that play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Looking downfield, it's Howard. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man downfield. Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive, got to need better effort in the